I just ended my 30-day dry fasting experience, and I can tell you that I am completely relieved that it's over. It was really hard for me, I'm not gonna lie. Some days were easier than others, but man, to go through that is definitely a challenge for me. And I do want to say, I want to talk about challenges a little bit here because I love challenges. You know, that I didn't get to where I am today and all the things I've accomplished because I didn't really enjoy challenges. I like to see how far I can go. I really do. There is a comfort level, though, that we all get to. We get to a threshold, whether it be getting a project done or following through with what you want to do in life, or following through with a diet program, or getting through your weight loss journey. It's nothing is easy in life, and you just have to decide what is important. Is it important for you to follow through with something just because it makes you more stronger at committing to things? So I feel like every time I say yes to something and I follow through with it, then I am actually doing something good for myself. I am proving to myself that yes, I can get through something and I can finish it to the end. And then I've gone through the discomfort, I've gone through negative, positive, everything, emotions to get to that point. And I know that I can look back in the end and say, oh, yes, I did that. I made it. And so there's a lot of satisfaction that comes with going through any kind of challenge. I know we all know this, but sometimes this knowledge has to be reinforced, because even if it's just like a 1 day to 30-day challenge, you can do it. It's just, maybe you have to baby step it out like I did. Like I started with intermittent fasting, so I was doing a sort of like a 16 and 8. Some days were 14 hours that I fasted for, but that was a liquid fast, so I was able to drink tea and coffee and all these things. And so I tried that, and I slept through half of it, so the other half I was awake and I was going through the fasting without food. And that was probably easier step for me to take to kind of get to understand, okay, what is this fasting business all about, and how is it making me feel? I do think that you can get benefits from short fasts and long-term fasts. It's just a matter of, I think it builds more resiliency with you. Yes, you're getting health benefits. You're burning fat in these times where you have the long fast, where your body has no choice but to get glycogen from your fat stores. So if you're trying to lose fat, then that's a really good, I think, a good method to use and to shock your body up. It's not going to happen if you do 1 day a month, though. I mean, it's, you're just doing something different in 1 day. So if you're going to do any kind of fasting, I would definitely recommend that you hit it up like three days a week, maybe 2 days a week, but 3 days a week is good. That's what I do when I intermittent fast, and do the liquids with it because it's more comfortable for most people. And then, just make sure that when you break your fast that you're not eating anything that's going to screw you up, because what happens also during that time is your digestive system clears out. So you feel like when you introduce food, like I introduced pizza when I broke a fast 1 day, and it wrecked me. It totally wrecked me. Same with any kind of like fatty meats, that anything with like a lot of fat or oils, it really messed me up. So introducing during the fasting periods, I would say just try to keep the diet clean. So just keep it consistent. If you're going to do something healthy like that, don't have a rebound effect and slam your body full of garbage. So if you commit to a fasting experience, just make sure that you're going to eat clean during those days that you're fasting for. And then, in the off days, you want to see if you can resume your previous diet and see how you feel. Do that. But for me, like, the whole process is about being cleaner and being more mindful of the foods that I put in my body. and what I'm utilizing, and making sure that I'm putting in quality nutrients so I'm functioning optimally, mentally and physically. So, those are just some of my pieces of advice if you're going to try the fasting. And again, going back to my experience, I'm really glad that I went through it. It's a growing process every time. Like last year was my first time doing it. This is my second year. And so I feel like, yes, I'm going to continue doing it every year, and just to see if I can get better mentally, because I did struggle through the hunger and the lethargy. I felt tired, and so I had a lot of thoughts going through my head that, sometimes I wanted to quit, and sometimes I just wanted to feel that discomfort and just drive through it. And so, yeah, it does make you a little bit stronger once you overcome those hurdles. But for me, I never changed from start to finish. I had days were good, but I had more days that were a struggle for me. But I didn't lose any muscle. I didn't lose any strength in the gym. So I'm really happy about that. I lost some inches around my waist, which was amazing. So I do know that, my fat stores were being used as fuel, because I did my measurements, and it was amazing, like the difference. I didn't do any cardio during that time. I did some walking, but it was mostly diet based. And I did keep my weights up in the gym. I didn't back down too much, maybe just a little. Some days I did more high intensity workouts with moderate weight. But, I did have some heavy days in there just to see, moderate and see how am I doing? Do I still have strength? So again, it's kind of like an experiment through the process. And it's good to do that. Like, just change things up, give your body a shock, just let your digestive system rest, and make the best use of that time that you can. And that's it. So just wanted to dish that out to you and give you some thoughts to think over. If you wanted to try it, do it. Don't get too drastic. If you are someone who has health issues, definitely check with a doctor first before you undergo anything that might harm you. I don't want to say anything that somebody goes out and does it and they get hurt. That's not a good thing. So, I just wanted to share my knowledge. So I'll keep checking in with you and my journey, and I have more stuff to share. So I hope you enjoyed the video.